Hi guys, this is a video on generating statistics for your IRC chat room. If you don't already own a chat room, you can go ahead and create one by going to the video that this is a response to. It'll tell you how to set everything up, and you can then do things like this, like creating a page that will show you the most active users. You can put links and pictures against their names. You can see how many words they've typed, characters they've typed, and also things like random quotes, when they're most active, who's kicked who the most, who's slapped who the most. There's really fun stuff once you get it going. So to be able to do this, you need to download Active Perl if you're on Windows. If you're on Linux, you probably already have this, but this will make you be able to download Perl scripts and run them on your system. So very useful stuff. Next thing you need to do is get PISG. This is the Perl IRC statistics generator. Once you download that and extract that, it will look like this. So going into it, I've already set quite a lot of the things up here, but I'll show you how I've done it. Now, how does PISG work? Well, you need to basically log the conversations that you have inside your chat room, and then you end up with something like this. It'll be a log file. As you can see, this is 5 megabytes big, and you can also, with this program, process an entire directory full of logs if you're doing daily logs. I know some people do, some people in my chat room are doing it, but what this will do is it will analyze that log and it will start generating an HTML file which you can then upload to a website. So you can see that I've been doing this if you go to dunksweb/stats, and then you'll find what it looks like, but it all does it through just processing a log. So that being said, how do we configure this? Because you can see there's not really anything you can run here. So I'm just going to go to the pisg.cfg file, and I'm going to go through it and I'm going to explain it for you. So the first thing we have is user details. Now here it says user nick equals I dominate you, link equals blah 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 blah, pic equals blah 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 blah. So this is one of the users in my chat room. I've got quite a few here that I've set certain things against. These are the most active users, and I thought they deserve their own link and picture on the page. So user nick equals I dominate you. So that is the user nickname. Inside here you can actually have aliases. So you can see alias equals I'm Liam against Liam. So if Liam was to come in as I'm Liam, then his statistics will all be included inside Liam. So it just basically groups people together. It also analyzes nick changes anyway, so if he changed while it's being logged Liam to I'm Liam, it will include it anyway. So that's just in case it doesn't. You can also see we have a link. Now this will include a hyperlink inside the the statistics page, and it will just link them off, and then the picture, which I won't be able to show you because it's already uploaded onto the site, and so it's using the one that's on the site, but it then includes that inside the table. So if you understood that, this is all the user details that I've got set for certain people. The next thing is to ignore certain users. So you can see here I've got user nick equals SpongeBob, ignore equals Y. So SpongeBob is a bot inside my chat room. He kicks a lot of people if they flood or if they use capital letters all the time, but I don't really want his username actually in my statistics. I just want it to show normal people that are coming in and chatting. So you can set it to ignore those people. So very useful stuff. Next thing is ignoring links. Now I haven't actually done this, but you can just do one of the commands. You'll find it inside the docs area in pisg-doc. Just open that up and it will tell you how you can ignore links. This is useful if people are spamming links inside the chat room and you just want to ignore that. You want to do normal links instead. So this is where the magic happens. This is the main stuff area, well, I've labelled it main stuff. So here we have channel equals #dunksweb. This is the name of my channel that I'm using on the Wild Ride network. As you can see here, network IRC equals wildride.org. So it's best to include this information because this will actually show it on that statistics page. You can see the log file here is #dunksweb.wildride.log. Now it's going to process this here. As you saw, I had this log, this was sent to me, so it's going to use that file there. You can actually do locations. You can do like C:// blah 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 blah, or / even. Now the format here is MIRC6. Now this is the client that was used to generate this log file. So if you're like me, who's been using XChat, you will need to then change that to XChat. If you go to the docs area and have a look in the formats file, it'll tell you all the ones that are available. So here it is just MIRC6, which is an IRC client available for Windows. So the maintainer here is Duncan M. This is the person who's generating the statistics file and is configuring it. So it's just going to show that again on that file, which the file name will be index.html, because I would like that to be the home page or the certain area inside the folder on my website. And I've got some other things here. Now these are all, you'll have to have a look again into the document file and the PISG doc, because this will basically tell the statistics generator to include certain things inside the statistics generation file. So the index.html file has to include showing half-ups, showing voices, showing words, showing characters per line, words per line. So that's useful if you just want to set it to not show certain things. So if I said show words per line equals 0, it won't show how many words people have said per line inside the statistics, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Now the next thing you can see here, we have active nicks equals 13. It will basically generate a big table that will tell you the most active nicks. You can change the number of people inside that table here. You can also change the number of people who don't make it here, and you can also do it by hour here. So here we have the most nicks history and topic history. Again, that is some extra bits that you can do for the generated file. So just underneath we have extras. Now I've set nick tracking equals 1. So you know I said earlier that it will basically have a look at the file and it will see if people have been changing their nicks, and it will all apply it to the same person. Nick tracking will be enabled, or has to be enabled, to do that. Now I also have some things underneath here which I won't show you, which is set ignore words and set foul words. Now obviously I won't show these foul words because they're not appropriate really for the YouTube video, and also the ignore words, they're not really appropriate either. So you need to again have a look at that documentation file for that. But this is just a video just showing you an overview of how it's all set up. So that's all done. Now what happens? I've configured it, I've got the log there, it's ready to go. Now what do I do? Now I'm just going to right click here, and no I'm not, I'm going to go to run and go to CMD, and I'm just going to go to my desktop, and then I'm going to go to PISG 0.7.2, and it can't find it, so I'm just going to find it, CD PISG 0.72, that's why, there we go. So, as you can see here we have all these different files. Now all I need to do, as I have active Perl installed, is simply type Perl. Now the main file that is running inside here is the PISG file, so that's going to process and generate all the statistics, and it's going to use the PISG config that I've just edited. So all I need to do here is type PISG, and that's it. It's just found the file here. It's saying one log file found using MIR6 format, and eventually it will process. There we go, it's done, and it's generated inside index.html. If I go back here, there we go, index.html. If I double click this, you can see we have a nice big file here that says my stats. It's the dunksweb at irc.wildride.org by me. It says during this 26-day reporting period, a total of 802 different nicks were represented in #dunksweb. It shows all the people. As you can see, we have their links, but we don't have their pictures, which will be included here. We have the random quotes that are included inside the statistics file. We've got that little table which I said these didn't make it to the top. It then shows the active nicks by hours. Notice that it's not showing graphics. It should actually show a graph here, but these are all the things that should be uploaded when you're using all the different things on the website. I believe it's inside layout or something like that. It's one of these here, GFX, that's the one. These are all the different things that will be included that you need to upload to your website and also configure inside the config file, and then it will show all those different graphics on here. Again, have a look at the one that I've already generated on my site for more information. I've got some big numbers here. Is Paraclete333 stupid, or is he just asking too many questions? 33.5% lines contained a question. So again, so very fun stuff. If you're creating a chat room, you've got a bunch of friends in and you want to find out who's the loudest, nobody likes a certain person, it's just fun stuff. You can see Tutorial Connor here has changed his nickname 64 different times inside this 26-day reporting period, and then you can see all the different topics that have been created inside the chat. So this is all generated through that one little file, which is the Perl PISG file, and it's all done using that config file, and you'll end up with this, which you can then upload to a website. Now, do you have to do this all the time? If you want to do it manually, yes. Do you want it to automatically do it and upload it to your website? If you do, go ahead and go to the scripts directory, and then go to the Windows FTP upload text file, which I'll open up in Notepad++. And if you scroll all the way down, you'll see something called pisg.bat. Now copy this into your own batch file, open and then change this to your own FTP server, your own username, your own password, your own little dir, and then ask it to put that generated index.html file that you made, wherever its location is, just put it. So it'll basically upload it straight for you and then quit it. It's as easy as that, and then that's it. That's all you have to do. It will upload it. Now what you then can do is run that batch file that you've just made with a scheduled task, so you can get it to run every single day, run that batch file, upload it, and it will always update it. Now what I've actually done, I've got Dropbox on my computer, and I take this log file from a guy called Zetacon in the chat room, and he'll basically drop that log in every day, and I get it to process it every day after he drops it, and it all gets updated, and then it's as easy as that. So this is generating stats for your IRC chat room. I hope you've understood. You basically need to run this PISG file with Perl. You need to configure it in the PISG.cfg file. It will generate an index.html file. You need to process the log file, and then you can upload this through FTP if you wish, and then you can have these statistics on your own website. Very useful if you're a social person that has your own chat room. So thanks for watching my video. If you have got this far, then please type random. And thanks for watching my video. Please comment, rate, subscribe if you like my videos, and thanks again.